Trojan Sports Now.
Hello and welcome to Trojan Sports Now. I'm Danielle Percival.
And I'm Jonathan Sellers. Stick around as we bring you the latest news and scores from Troy Sports.
This season has been a season of firsts for the football team, but they haven't all been good. The first game on Larry Blakeney Field brought the first victory of the season, but they have also had their first 5-game losing streak under Blakeney, and Saturday they had another first.
First of all, let me say this. They have never, that's with an N-E-V, ever beaten us. Ever.
That is until Saturday. The Trojans fell to Western Kentucky for the first time in school history, 41-18. The beginning of the game showed promise for the Trojans, holding the Hilltoppers scoreless in the first quarter, but Western Kentucky put up 2 touchdowns in each of the last 3 quarters. The Hilltoppers have had nearly a complete 180 from last year and are near the top of the leaderboard in the conference. And for Troy?
It just so happens that we're in flip stage. You know, we've been on top. Now we're at the bottom edge of it. I think they're getting better, but at the same time, I think our regression, because of some things, you know, hopefully we can't help, you know, injuries and that kind of thing.
And injuries have been a concern during the latter half of the season. Kenoris Davis suffered a season-ending dislocated ankle during the game Saturday. Offensive lineman Kyle Wilborn and quarterback Jamie Hampton are both also out for the season, and Blakeney says injuries have been troublesome for his team this year.
We're a pretty beat-up football team. You know, I know where we are in that regard, and we got a lot of folks that are gone, out, and a lot of folks that have missed games and missed practices because of injury, and it's just sort of compounded our problems.
And for the first time since 2005, the Trojans will end the season with a losing record. The Trojans have never won fewer than 4 games in a season under Blakeney. And it's not often in out-of-conference play that you get the chance for a rematch in basketball, but Tuesday night the men's team hit the court against an opponent they had just faced a little over a week ago. There's nothing like home sweet home. While Troy may only be 6 games into the season, they are 2-0 at home after a victory Tuesday night against East Tennessee State 79-71. Heading into the night, the Trojans led the country in 3-point shooting, averaging 11.6 per game, and Troy hit 12 on the night in what head coach Don Maestri considered an exciting matchup.
Boy, if you were a spectator, you got to see good college basketball tonight. I thought the game was well played. I thought our kids tonight played as good a zone offense as we've played in the last 4 or 5 years. I mean, we were patient, we made the right passes, we made the right decisions, we hit the open guy, and for the most part, some of those open guys made the shots.
We was patient on the offensive end. If we be patient on the offensive end and we knock down shots, it's hard to beat us.
The Trojans fell earlier in the season to the Buccaneers 81-71. They came out Tuesday night with revenge on their minds, and revenge is what they got.
I just wanted to go out there and win. I felt my team really wanted that revenge factor. Because you don't get a chance to play a non-conference opponent twice and get that get back. So I think we took advantage of that.
When they played us the first time, the score wasn't a 10-point game. They had us down by 30. They beat the lights out of us.
Following that loss to the Buccaneers, Troy dropped another before securing a win against Southern Utah in a game that Maestri says gave his team confidence.
There was no doubt in my mind we could not have won tonight's game had we not won Southern Utah. We would not have had the confidence to come back against a team that had us down by 30, play in front of a home crowd, and win the game.
The Trojans are now at 500 on the season through the first 6 games and are 2-0 at home.
Coming into the season, Don Maestri talked about bringing back his full-court press, up-tempo style that would hopefully score 100 points per game, but may also give up that many as well. But after a few weeks, that plan was scrapped. After losing to East Tennessee in their first matchup, Maestri decided it was time to go back to a slowed-down pace. After that loss and another to UAB, the Trojans have won 2 in a row with the new style. The Trojans still forced 15 turnovers against Southern Utah and made 10 threes, and forced 20 turnovers and made 12 from behind the arc against ETSU. For Maestri, he felt with the players he has, the up-tempo style just wasn't a good fit.
We got out the cleaning business. We're not going to probably be pressing much longer. We're going to leave that to Troy cleaners. You know, our pressing has become suspect because we don't have the right guys that I thought we had. Now, we will press at times, like after free throws and all, but we're not going to. We gave up so many easy baskets against this team the first time we played them by pressing that it was really, we had used all our energy, and they run. I mean, they get down that court quickly. So we didn't press against Southern Utah. We didn't press tonight, and we will not in the future except on free throws. I don't know if I misjudged it, but it's not a good all-out pressing team like I thought we'd have to have because we didn't have height. We're going to have to beat people with some team ball and some smart plays.
The women's team traveled outside of the Southeast for the first time this season, hitting the road to Maine over Thanksgiving to participate in the Dead River Company Classic. But the team's struggles continued up north, losing both games in the tournament. The Trojans lost the opener 66-53 against the University of Maine. Troy was able to pick up 20 points off of Maine turnovers, but struggled with their own turnovers, giving the ball up 29 times. The following day, Troy faced Evansville, where turnovers continued to be a problem for the Trojans, as they gave up 22, which accounted for 18 Evansville points. The team lost by 10, 59-49, to put the record at 0-5 on the year. Coach Michael Murphy on the tournament.
The Maine tournament was a great experience for our girls. It's part of the country where I don't think normally they would have gone. The tournament's run in a first-class fashion. Unfortunately, when we got up there, Sophie Kleeman, my starting point guard for the last 2 years, was unable to play. It was very unexpected. We had to make some quick adjustments, and we struggled at times with those adjustments because we had to play some convoluted lineups. People who haven't played the lead guard position had to play that position. I think they learned. It was a tough lesson, but I think it prepared us well for the upcoming season in case Sophie can't get back on the court.
The women dropped to 0-6 Wednesday night with a 74-47 loss to Auburn. The Trojans shot just 34% from the field and had 22 turnovers. Dee Sword was the only Trojan in double figures with 13 points.
Still to come on Trojan Sports Now, we'll take a look at the final game on the schedule for the football team.
But first, we'll take a look back at an interview we did with Jamie Hampton. Stick around for more Trojan Sports Now.
Trojan Sports Now.